people. Welcome to another installation of the Heal Thy Marriage, Heal Thy Relationship. I'm sorry, Heal Thy Relationship.
Heal Thy Relationship. Yes.
Our
series.
Yes, series. I love you, but I don't like you right now.
Ooh, you jumping into the topic already.
So it's I'm sorry, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. It's your country boy.
And your city girl.
Eric.
Andy Lane. Yes.
Yes. Again,
welcome. Thursday. We are glad to have you. Tonight is no different than any other night. It's a Thursday evening. Hopefully you are winding down. And but you're not winding too down because we want you to stick with us. Like, stay tuned, right? We won't be long, but you know what to do. Y'all know by now. Grab your cup, glass, whatever it is. Get you something, in a glass.
Yes.
Get some wine, okay. And
I'm late.
Yeah, make it do what it do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different brand. All right, you guys, but we're glad that you are here with us. Thank you for joining.
Yes.
Y'all know what to do. We want you to spread the love, E square, with our Heal Thy Relationship series, a healthy relationship series. Y'all see how we did that?
Yes.
But yeah, tag somebody, whatever social media platform you are on, tap, holla, shout out. I don't know what else. What else? Share, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do if you're on Facebook.
Okay, I thought that was YouTube.
YouTube, yes.
Okay, YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, tag
and
Am
share.
I right? Tag and share.
All of that good stuff.
All of that.
As you see, we are the parents of millennials. As y'all saw last week, we had the committee. That's what I call them, the committee.
Yes,
we had the committee on, and the committee did their thing.
They did.
What's up? Hey, what's up, Colin? Hey, and Sedarian. What's up, sis?
Yes.
Good to see you, Rodney.
Sedarian.
Rodney said y'all get tipsy online.
Look, Rodney.
No, this was a gift. It was a gift of some pear wine, and it's actually quite mild, like I like it. So won't be no tips. Well, will it be some tips?
Well,
Elaine drank the rest of the bottle for the after party.
It's not sweet enough for me, but
yes.
Okay.
And Kelly, what's up?
Kelly!
Rodney and Kelly.
We have Ariel Dumas.
All right, Ariel.
And Aaron Miller.
All right, Aaron.
Yes.
What's up, sir?
Aaron. Good to see y'all.
Yes.
Come on.
Good to have y'all.
Danny Yahoo, awesome. Yes, we appreciate you. You know we do.
Hands down.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Other hands.
Hadassah. Oh.
Yes.
Hey, beautiful.
What's going on?
Yes. Thank you for joining.
Heal Thy Relationship. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
So yes, as Eric said, y'all, if you tuned in last week, you know what happened. If you didn't tune in, go back and watch the replay. And comment, right? Let us know how you feel about all of the guests that we had last week. They were actually our children, right? But yeah, we had a blast. Last week was a true joy. And from the looks of it and from the calls that we received from so many, we got a lot of people who actually enjoyed those people.
Enjoyed the chilling.
They enjoyed them. I'm like, okay. And some of y'all enjoyed them too much. Y'all were like, y'all want them to keep coming. I don't know how I feel about that. Y'all don't like us. I'm teasing. Don't make me go third ward.
On the good
side. Next door to the Washington. But yeah, we had a blast with them last week.
Yes, we did. And they will be back.
They will be back. Yes, we will bring them back.
Now listen, so a lot of them grown. So sometimes it may be one or two, whatever. Understand?
That's
understand. We ain't tripping.
MIA, missing in action. But we still have them. They got some here, but they'll be back. By popular popular demand.
Yes.
They will be back. But you know what? Tonight, though, of course, we're talking about a topic that it still involves, our children. This
Yes.
is something that came across my desk. And so it's an article that I found, and it was really good. And I thought about it, in how when we had the girls on last week, we got such a huge response. And we got such a huge response. Ryan Millar,
What's up? What's up? Shalom,
Shayna,
Shanna.
yeah, Shayna.
We got Camille.
Okay,
Camille, how are you?
help me, Shayna or Shanna. But we from the South, so we kind of do that
Shanna,
little twang.
Shayna, Shana.
Hey, Camille. But listen, so we kind of wanted to do something a little different tonight, just on. Y'all know we fish, right? We're always fishing, meaning we're always, we're bringing hope and bringing in, information and tools to families and to individuals, right? To people that like you, who are our amazing supporters. And so this time of year, we know that, like we talked about last week, the cuppings, not cupping, what?
Cupping.
Okay, cuffing, not cupping, but the cuffing season, right? Well, we know this time of year, many times people are talking about different things as far as a couple is concerned. We're talking about, how the relationships, people want to be in relationships, like we talked about last week. We're talking about different things regarding, just what we want and how, we know the rates of different ailments are higher this time of year. Well, we wanted to turn our attention to the children, right? Is that my signal? Okay, you're trying to tell me.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
But we're honing in on the children, because one of the things that we know is that, I don't often see many people talk about our children this time of year, turning toward, what our children need, and, just how our relationships are even tested. They're people too.
That's right.
And so we want to make sure that we are not forgetting about them, because so many people do, except for, buying them something, what have you. For that one day.
And we're gonna talk about some of that, because you rewarding rebellion or whatever. But Rodney say, I don't always like mine to be 100. I know that's right, brother.
Come on, we need some honest people in the room.
As cute as they are, as lovely as you remember them to be.
Yes.
I had a situation happen to me a couple of days ago. This young lady,
right.
little girl, beautiful. She came out and just wanted to hug me and whatnot, and
oh my goodness,
she just melted my little heart and everything.
I
didn't know her. I didn't know her mother. I spoke to the mom or whatever, and I just melted. And I remembered how little my girls were, and I was like, "Can I go back? Can we rewind the clock?" Yes, I. Uh-oh. Well, we getting some.
Was our microphone?
Yeah, I just turned it back on. All right.
Well, hopefully everybody could hear.
Yeah.
If not, we're gonna keep moving, and we're gonna bring y'all. Just follow us. But
yes, it was.
But yeah, so when we're talking about turning to the subject of our children, right? We know that in our relationships as couples, we're growing.
Yes.
You're not the same.
Yes.
When I first married you. Am I the same? Why he look disappointed?
No, you're not. You're not the same.
I'm not. And you're right. I'm not. I'm not the same. And so you shouldn't be the same. None of us should be the same. Mm-hmm. After, over time, you should be growing.
That's right.
But sometimes in our growing, we there's friction, right? And even it's that way with our children. So tonight's topic, how do we handle it? How do we deal with it? And what are some things that we can actually do when our children disappoint us? So we need some honest, like we said, we need some honest people in the room.
Keep it real, because it's a part of the relationship.
Yeah,
it is a part of the relationship. It's a part of the family. Did you know that statistics show that there's a 99% chance of a couple divorcing due to special needs child or this or that, especially autism?
Yes, yeah.
Holly Robinson Pete and her husband, they almost,
Right.
I mean, they agree. We need to get them on
Yeah.
a live and talk about the challenges
Yeah.
and how to choose to stay with each other. You know, so we know, and to be told, children are pilgrims passing through. That's what I tell mine all the time. They pilgrims passing through. But the thing is, them jokers
can't be with us forever.
No, they can't be with us forever.
Okay, all right.
But them jokers will divide and conquer if you allow them to.
They will.
Needs to be a united front. Right?
That is true.
And not only be a united front, but also when we have a a situation where a child has transgressed, being able to show them how to repair.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you're showing them how to repair in your relationship, you're showing them how to repair when they have children.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, our parents might have whooped our tails and never told us nothing.
Or some of us never got whippings because.
Oh, that explains it all. That explains it all.
No, I ain't even gonna get on here and tell that tale. I got some whippings.
Yeah.
That's what we say, whippings.
Whippings. Now we said whoopings.
Okay.
A beating. You got a beating.
There's the country boy, right?
Uh-huh.
Right there, right? But yes, tell the able-bodied mind adult kid to kick rocks. Rodney.
That's right.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And what he said of Nimrod can celebrate his own birthday. That's another topic. Okay. Yes, that is that you are right. And yes, sir, we agree.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan, for your comment. Ryan says he can listen to us all day.
See,
I don't know, Ryan, but I appreciate it. Because anyway, we're gonna go into what happened with us when you used to go to sleep whenever I would talk. But anyway, so moving on. But no, so tonight, of course, we want to just make the announcement, if you are a parent, well, let us say this too, that no one is in trouble, y'all.
Yeah.
Nobody's in trouble.
We're not talking about, we're not talking about this ain't because of our children. This came from an article. Dave, what was his
name? The child said she was sitting like, oh gosh, what did I do? Yes. So no one is in trouble. No one did anything. No one jumped off the live last week and acted a plumb fool and started wilding out. That didn't happen.
No, that happened a couple of years, 1990.
Tell it. That's right.
94.
Okay, wait a minute. They weren't born. But okay.
See, that's how you say cool with your kids.
Yeah, I see how you did
that's
that.
How you
I see how you did that. Okay. But yeah, so you don't
wake up to
don't do
Go
it.
ahead.
Don't do it. But we're glad that we're all parents, right? Because parenting is a blessing. If you're on here and you are a parent, you know that being a parent is a blessing. And it is also one of the biggest, y'all? Type in that. If you know that children are a blessing, they are also a what? And y'all be careful with how y'all say that, whatever you're going to say, because that could go all kind of ways. But they are a blessing, okay? And so with them being a blessing, of course, we know that they can also, there'll be times that they can challenge us, right? Hey, Michelle.
Yes, Michelle.
This is my girl. Man. Yes, Celia. All right, Celia. She said it too. Yes, they can be a challenge. Absolutely. So while we love them, that's why the title is I Love You. Oh, here's somebody.
The first of the Mohicans.
We're going to let her squeeze on in because she's joining us tonight, y'all.
It's the only one we had tonight.
Yes, the oldest one. But we love them, but sometimes we don't always like them. We don't always like them. Y'all read my lips. We don't always like them.
Oh, she right here.
Oh, she right here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You got something?
Yes.
Oh, she got to line up?
Yeah. Come on in.
Come in line?
Yes. I need to come in. Okay, we're good. All right.
All right.
So, of course, we want you to know that, of course, our children are blessings. Yes. The woke fan said we want Eric and Elaine only.
As soon as she got in there, that's
Really,
wrong.
Daddy? That's what we're doing.
See,
That's what we're doing.
the girls don't have a big brother, but
Yes.
I approve that message.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh my
I said,
goodness.
look, when they get married, I'm telling them, my boys, ain't nothing they can't do wrong.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. That's what it's gonna be. I've been a double minority in my own home
Eric,
for years.
don't even try.
So hands down,
Y'all know them girls got him. Y'all know they got him. Hey, Diane. Yes, Diane.
No, we're not gonna talk about spoilers.
Good evening.
You are.
He is spoiled. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Because I tell some people.
Danielle, who handled the chat, let them know what the truth about the matter. So anyway, so being a parent.
Yes. You know, being a parent is a blessing
And
it's a challenge.
Yes, it
right?
is.
Because, we have to bring out the fact that a relationship is a relationship, right? So we're in a couple relationship, but also, we know that as we're growing, we grow with our relationship with our children, don't we? Girl, this is your opportunity to be honest,
yes,
right? Because we can't whip you on the line.
Right, that's a shame.
But
Get a good look at me, y'all. Okay.
We love her.
Afro, red hair.
We love her.
Dark lipstick.
But our children can let us down. They can hurt our feelings, right? Have your
I
feelings
heard
ever been
Daddy's
hurt?
feelings.
See?
As well as we can hurt theirs.
Yeah.
Yes.
The famous phrase, if she was in here, I'd have her say it. She was little, she was in some the washing powder in the laundry room.
Oh God.
And she said, Daddy, she went and told her mama, Daddy flicked me and broke my feelings.
Yes.
Who was that? Was that?
Evan.
That was Evan.
Evan
the
was
cutest thing.
Yes, she was into stuff too.
Yes.
Yeah. I get so that brings up another point about your children. A lot of times they are you on steroids.
Okay, can we say that? And so that means that we have to be able to recognize, because that's a pet peeve of mine. I get so bothered when parents, and I'm a parent too, but when we act as though our children are the first to have ever done something that was disappointing or done something that was hurtful to our feelings or anything, we act like we are the only ones that have ever experienced that as a parent. But actually, we were on the other side. We used to do that to our parents. We've hurt our parents' feelings, and we've got somebody that's on the line.
So you reap what you sow.
Look, I say on the line.
Yeah, she reprimanded me on the line.
Yes, and I love it. We've got our dear mom. Mama is on here, so she can talk about how many times Eric can hurt her feelings. But don't worry, Mama. Don't worry. Just save it for later.
She hurt my feelings on the line,
Now he is.
calling me by my middle name.
Yeah, she put him on blast, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Kaylin says, I'm the big brother. Yes.
In all caps too.
Yes. They gonna be blameless in all things.
So
no, sir,
we have
Danny
two
Yahoo.
people trying to be big brothers in here. in the
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
chat. Oh my goodness.
yes. Y'all gotta meet
One of
Colin.
y'all-
Y'all gotta meet Colin.
Okay,
Colin.
Colin, I'm gonna need you to get on the woke sports stand for me on my behalf.
I don't know. He might be on his side.
No, we could have a favorite.
Men
brother.
got to stick together.
Oh my.
Oh.
No.
But yeah, so
Okay.
you know what? How we deal with those disappointments, though, is one of the most critical decisions and the most critical things and defining moments, even in our relationship. With,
Yes.
as parent to child, right?
Right.
So we have done some things that have offended you guys, right?
Absolutely. Like opening up mail.
Did she say absolutely?
Yeah.
And then went into one. And went right into one.
Like she didn't take time.
Okay, now what parent opened up your mail?
Mama be opening up my mail. No, not all the time. So sometimes, she's been good the past.
Listen, if it comes
3
to my
days.
address,
But
I don't do that.
But that is
yeah.
one of your favorite parents.
Yeah, Daddy will be like, "You got mail."
But no,
Come get your
that's
mail.
what he said. He said Daddy is one of your favorite parents.
Oh,
Yes.
See,
She afraid of third ward on the good side next door to the washing chair, y'all. That's true. So what we gonna do? What's the first thing we need to do?
So listen, we want to tell you, we want to just give you some things to do, right? When that happens, when our children do disappoint us. Hey, listen, go with me, right? But we know that every child is unique. And if you're on here, you're not a parent yet, listen, you are still a parent figure, right?
Keep breathing.
Someone. Keep breathing, right? Keep living. You are still a parent in some form. But here's some things that we want to give you tonight. And we're going to get out of your way because we know the evening is far spent. And I don't know if y'all day was like ours, but it was full. But of course, one of the things is, and I love the fact that in the article they talked about loving them, right? So giving love, give them love. If we are disappointed, it's always something that we have to really look at when we say that we're loving each other, right? We always say that we love unconditionally. How many of y'all said that, in your life to your love? You love them unconditionally, right? You get married and you say that, oh, I love them. I will say with the couples that we see and we have them do assessments, and every last one of them, let me just say, I'll say 9 out of 10, right? Every time they're always putting in, we ask, what does love mean to you? They'll say, oh, it means loving unconditionally. I want someone to love me unconditionally, right?
That's a lot of loving.
It sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
But I'm going to let you know that there's no such thing.
No such a thing.
There ain't no such a thing. There are conditions. And we're going to get into some of that here in a minute. Yes. There are some conditions, you guys, are just real. Even if, according to our traditions and our covenant, if you read the Bible, there are conditions. People who have said that the Father loves us unconditionally.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the Messiah said, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Come on.
The Messiah said, if many are going to do a lot of great things in my name, but I'm going to say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity.
Yeah. So
yes, there are rules, there are guidelines in a family. There are conditions to the family.
Absolutely. And
being in the, I wouldn't be the head of my household if there weren't. Right? A king is not a king without some laws. Am I right? All right. So and if you read that book, you read the whole book, you'll recognize that there are some conditions.
Absolutely. And when we talk about rules without relationship, leads to rebellion.
Breeds rebellion.
So there should be guidelines. Because we how we feel about the word rule, but there should be guidelines in every relationship. So with that, of course, love them even when they disappoint you. Love them before they disappoint you and after they disappoint you. And guess what? You're growing in your relationship. So it's going to happen, right? You have to realize that you're loving them. We give you love no matter what. Do you feel that?
Absolutely. Well, like for the most part, some people know about my transition from like leaving home abruptly and coming back home. I definitely still feel like, there was a sense of respect I still had for you.
Yeah.
And, y'all still had for me because it was just like, she's grown. We can't really, decide for her and stuff. But, we'll love you because that's what you want to do and stuff. But the respect and the standard, the guideline, like y'all are saying, it was still there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's key.
So that goes to the next one, being honest and telling them exactly why their behavior disappointed you. You communicating. The thing is, a lot of times, and a lot of us who haven't grown up in real quick in the chat, has anybody who saw their parents apologize to each other? In the chat.
If you saw your parents,
what's up, Kiefer?
Yay, Kiefer. If you saw your parents apologize, type a 7 in the chat.
If you saw your parents apologize to one another.
or even to their children, like if
Or
they
even
ever,
Did your
the
parents
children.
ever apologize
To
to you?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good one.
I
And
can say my mother has.
okay.
oh,
Your mama never apologized to you?
Uh,
If you wouldn't have been so
okay,
bad.
Ryan Millar says his mom did, his parents or his dad did. If you didn't, type a 9 in the chat. If you did not ever
A negative
experience
9.
or hear the, he say type of negative. Like,
Like
can
a
you even
negative
do
9.
that? But
he said
I
never.
don't. Yeah, I don't think I remember Mama ever apologizing, because I think that was pretty much the generation too, where you do what I say. Yeah, you do what I say, right?
You do what I say do, and you know.
Yeah, and it was just kind of understood, But I knew she loved me. But did she apologize? I cannot really recall that.
Right.
But yes, that's what we have to do, of course, is be able to be totally honest, and clear, and just straight up with them on this is why I'm disappointed, right? This is what you did to really cause me to lose a little trust in you, cause damage to the relationship, right? And we've all been there.
Building.
Yes.
Right. And you don't write folk off. You're not writing
Absolutely.
writing it off, but there are parameters to the relationship.
Yeah.
You don't, like we said, rules without relationship breeds rebellion, but also rewarding rebellion breeds more rebellion.
Okay.
Understand? So yes, no, let's see, yes, no. I've been hanging around y'all much. See, that's guys. That's why I need to have just a men's sit down.
We
talk
always start our sentences by saying,
no.
but
Yes, Kiefer says in the chat, what is
let's see here.
We come from the tough love generation.
Yes.
Yeah, we come from the tough love generation. Tough when they were right, tough when they were wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this saying. I love this saying that says. I love this saying. It's a TikTok that went around. Said everybody want to be grown till it's time to apologize.
Communicate, apologize, or
communicate. Or tell the truth. Everybody want to be grown, but that was the thing. So if we are planting those seeds and being that example of not apologizing, we don't know how to repair, because apologizing is an effort to repair the relationship.
Yeah,
there's been a wound. It's time to apply the neosporin. Time to put the Band-Aid on it. Not a Band-Aid in a bad sense, as just trying to cover it up, but no, really nursing that wound in order for it to heal.
That's good.
Hands down, nursing that wound so it all heals. So again, be honest, be flat out honest, and that's just healthy for the relationship.
Yeah,
that's it's just true. And then they're able to express where they're at. Right? Don't stop your children from being able to share what's in them, because bottom line, it's going to come out somewhere.
Yeah, and don't do our best to not act in contempt.
Yes,
because contempt is huge. We know that what it does to couples, right, to marriages. When a person acts in contempt, and when we're rolling our eyes, or we're folding our arms, we're just stonewalling and all those different things. But even when our children, when they are admitting or what have you, they're taking responsibility, we don't want to show them or give them contempt in our actions. We don't want to do that, because that will make them feel even worse.
Right.
And that's something we want to avoid. Okay, what about admitting when we mess up?
I'll tell y'all. Y'all done messed up. No, I'm just kidding. But I think y'all definitely do that. From a child's perspective, I guess I would definitely encourage that. Just like whenever mom and daddy apologize, more so daddy. Not just kidding.
They are all
tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I got you next live.
Tell the
I got
truth.
you next live.
Tell the truth.
But no.
Mama will fight you to the end.
No, now y'all are getting a glimpse of what it's like to be in the
horse
house
is
with
decomposed.
all these other women.
Not beat a dead horse.
No.
Beat the ground where the horse.
I messed up. I admit my mess up, and I apologize.
You see, she bullying now. She bullying right now.
But
with a smile.
Sweetie.
Thank you, mother. But yeah, no, I think that when y'all apologize, it's not like you just leave it at I apologize. Like you guys admit what it is that where y'all might have like just cross a boundary and stuff. Especially learning now because I know we've had that. Actually, we had this recently. One of my sisters was out. And it's unusual for her, but she was hanging out with her friends, and it was quite late, right?
This is about me. This is totally about me tonight.
Well, is it true?
Mama.
Oh, I'm supposed to be admitting my wrong.
Right?
Yeah. But Mama, she was freaking out. She was like, "This is not like my child. This child normally stays at home. She doesn't go out with her friends. It's late, or whatever." And I'm getting woken up in the middle of the night. I'm just like, what is going on? Wherever she's at, I hope she stays. And she's safer wherever she stays. Like, why are we freaking out about this? If y'all are hearing from her, relax, right?
But that's hard for a parent.
It's hard. However, there was a boundary that was crossed.
Okay, about that.
Calling the friend of the person.
Oh, wait.
Well, calling.
I thought you were going to talk about the boundary.
This is more you. This is more you. This is more you.
She called that sister, that sibling of mine, her friends, and was like,
"No, I didn't call.
It's so and so.
I did not call.
Somebody did call. I think it was one of the other ones that called.
Okay, I text her and
she called a bunch of folks.
I gave her a suggestion to just check in with the friend.
I'm so done. Anyways, they did it. The friends were just looking like, "What, girl? Your parents are contacting me, child. You need to probably go home. This is too much,
Ryan.
And I was clueless. I'm going on with life, and she acting like regular with me.
She's just going on.
But the texting situation, the texting situation is going a whole nother thing. See, I told you I'm a double minority in my own home. I'm a figurehead.
Y'all see this,
right?
Yes, but no, Mama definitely. When we had a conversation as a family, and we were like, yeah, y'all, that's a boundary that's crossed. This person is grown, and grown, really. Well, not grown, but grown enough.
Right.
And and trust that you raise smart girls.
Yeah, you gotta see what Squirt gonna do.
Right.
Like in Finding Nemo. Let's see what Squirt's gonna do.
Yeah. Yes. And so, Mama had to learn from that. And she was just like, all right, I did overreact. I apologize. I did reach out to your friends and tell them, have you heard from my daughter?
So the moral of the story is, see, even perfect people make mistakes too.
I love this. I love it. This is what I have to look up to.
Okay. I'm just teasing.
Okay, look, we got a question in the chat.
Okay.
The Woke Sports Fan says, has it been easier to say sorry to your spouse or your children? Now, listen. So coming up where I come up from, I suffered some verbal abuse as a kid. From my father.
As a kid.
Yeah.
That's not me.
That's
not me, y'all.
Love my pop, but he was coping. He didn't have the infrastructure to I mean, you go from a man that was a businessman who owned a business to being a guy that's a bellman.
Yeah.
A bad week was a bad week for you was, or a slow week for you was $1,500 back in the 70s and early 80s to being paid $800 per month when you lost your business when the first crash. So yeah, he didn't have that infrastructure around him to help him cope with that. So he began to drink a bit. So I suffer some things like that. So for me, knowing what I wanted from my dad, I was able to apologize to my daughters.
Yes.
An apology for me came easy because I was humbled in my particular walk, studying the scripture, recognizing that I've trespassed before and I've done some things. It's not really difficult for me to even apologize to Elaine, because if I'm getting feedback, and this was pre PowerPoints and doing relationship, whatever.
Yeah.
But according to my reading in the scriptures, I was able to turn and apologize when I needed to apologize, especially when I knew I was wrong. You know, so for me, for you, is it easier to apologize to your spouse?
Actually,
or to your children?
It's easy to apologize. I have to, feel it through.
Like 72 hours of feel through.
Yeah.
So the apology was accepted.
It's gonna come.
Right.
But I need to,
No. Are you able to apologize, not receive the apology?
Oh.
No, well.
There is a
okay. So to answer that,
go ahead, answer that question. We're gonna say April.
No, we can go on to April.
That's April. No, we're not gonna go on to April yet.
Well, she is
hey, family.
She said, I'm going through some hard feelings and difficult decisions with one of mine.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, we'll talk.
We're glad this topic is a needed topic because we've all been there. April.
My little cousins down there, all grown.
Yes, we're all in this together.
Okay, so come on.
There's some more comments.
No. Is it easier for you?
Our mom. We can't let mama's comment go.
She's gonna come.
She says, I asked my grown children.
We ain't gonna get it.
Okay. So it's not hard for me to apologize. I don't. It's just. As the example that I've just given.
It's just hard to admit that I can,
I mean, if I'm ever wrong, then I will apologize.
Yeah, we don't
anyone out there with me? Anybody? If okay, no. So I do apologize.
Yeah, you do.
And I think I've gotten better.
But is it hard? Well,
is it hard?
Your statement is saying that yes, it has been hard.
Yes,
and it's been agonizing.
Yeah, okay, Eric is being outnumbered.
I think it's baby birth order driven.
No.
Maybe babies don't apologize easy.
No. Anyway, there are some other comments.
Okay, so comments. Okay.
Mama said, Mama.
I asked my children and grandchildren. That's what I'm asking.
Okay.
I've asked my grandchildren to let me know when they make it home at night. Oh yeah. Oh, so she calling y'all out.
Calling people out.
Listen, Grimace. I love you. Okay. And I appreciate the fact that,
there it is.
Well, hit dogs holler.
She hollered, so she got hit, right? Apologies with conditions. Okay. I don't know what that comment is about. But anyway.
Yeah, and no, Hadassah, I'm the only one sipping. She ain't even sipping nothing. So or maybe am I? No, I'm not.
Wow. Yeah.
No, this is Kool-Aid.
Oh, thank you. Right. Okay. So, but yes, this is something that we're all in together, right? But I do know this as well that just being open and honest with each other in the relationship,
hands down,
admitting when we are wrong, and even when it's hard for us to admit it, still admitting it, and be like me.
Right. So when they do mess up, and this is totally age appropriate. I'm not gonna do it. And this is totally when it's age appropriate. Mm-hmm. Temporarily take away certain freedoms. Okay. And this is totally age appropriate.
About that one.
Uh-oh, go ahead.
Please don't let this be about me. Please.
Well, there was one time. Oh
if
my
y'all want to hear
gosh.
something about Eric,
and actually,
it's a fire.
Well, I'm about to go in on Daddy too.
Okay. Let's hear this.
Grammys actually had to vouch for myself and my sister. I'm gonna just say it was Zoe. Me and Zoe, we was like these. Okay, so there were some guys in our neighborhood, right? Already bad. Okay. It's starting out bad. There were some guys in our neighborhood that lived across the street from us, and we would see them, we would chat with them here and there and stuff. But there was one night where, and I'm not gonna lie, me and one of the guys, we was chit chatting,
Mm-hmm.
we was getting to know each other, See? Anyways, but no, he so we went outside, and now, mind you, we weren't trying to like sneak out or anything. That wasn't the case.
Yeah,
in our house,
we
can't even do that. Yes, in our house, we can't even do that because the alarm system goes off whenever a door opens. Right, it goes or whatever.
The chime.
Yes,
the chime.
Yeah, it chimes. Yeah. Right, so we already knew. I mean, we were like, okay, it's gonna be. And I think at this time I was like maybe like what 16. And
you was
14. 16. No, it was
14
years
to 15.
later. It was years later.
Wow.
I was 14 when we got the house. But anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, we literally were just at our gate. And if you've gone, like if you've ever come to our house, you know, there's a gate, right? And that separates us from the outside world.
A fence.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a fence that separates us from the outside world. The outside world can't get in. And unless we have the key, we can't get out, right? Oh my goodness. We were in our yard, like on Daddy's lawn, and he takes our phone. He tried to take our phone away for 3 whole months. All because we just wanted to chat with
through the fence.
Girlfriend. Yes, through the fence.
That.
Like I'm already in jail. I'm already in jail. Anyways,
which offense is worse? Which parenting offense is worse? His or mine?
Put a 1 in the chat for Daddy. Put a 10 in the chat for Mama, or 2 in the chat for Mama.
Keeping count is a destructive behavior in a relationship, so we're not gonna keep count.
All right. Well, anyways, so Gramis came to our rescue and was like, 3 months. That's a long time to not have your phone, and they didn't even try to sneak out of the house. And we weren't trying to be malicious. Honestly, we knew Mama turned on the porch light. And no, actually, I think you turned it off. I think she turned off the porch light, and all you can see is Mama's frame in the door. And we were like, hi. And she just stood there. And we were like, oh, we're in trouble. So
okay, the story is over when you talk about your dad. Now
anyway, so yeah, no,
it's over. We have
sometimes, there is an overboard, right? There's some people go overboard.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. In our parenting, we can, we can put restrictions that could be, bountiful, right? But I think one of the things that really helps our relationships, though, right? I think what really helps our relationships, though, is in realizing that just being vulnerable with each other. Mm-hmm. Right. And our children really don't look for perfection from us. They really don't. They actually want us to just be real and authentic and honest. And I love that Shanna says that. Yeah. Look at Shanna's comment. She said, I had to apologize today with how short I was with my child. Yes. I asked her how can I create a smoother environment? See, come on.
That's
yes, ma'am.
That's good.
That's beautiful. You turned it around. Yes.
Hands down.
And so that's beautiful. And so that is, of course, even going into the next one. You know what? Even when we are able to give them the opportunity, give them the opportunity to make amends, to make it right.
Right. And not function from that contempt.
Yeah,
not function. Remember when you did that? No, you don't like when people remind you of what you did.
I mean, we honestly shouldn't even be judged until the end of our days anyway. So there's time.
Wait.
We should get time. We should have time.
That's right. Hands down. So in receiving that time, because you want it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. If you don't want somebody to write you off just
like
because
I'm
of
doing right now. Remember that time?
Remember that time?
I had you too.
Because those are ACEs. Those are adverse childhood experiences. That are there. That
I hear you, Eric.
I
hear you, honey. But that's a good point too. And even if we look at how because this is pretty much like punishment, like when we're saying, when we take things from them and all that, just bringing up, we can look at it as loving correction instead,
right,
and not so much as punishment.
Now, if I want, and according to our culture, according to our covenant, the scriptures, he doesn't, the Most High doesn't if you come back, like we said, giving them a chance to make amends.
Yeah.
If we choose, if my people are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, right? You're turning. That's what repenting means, to turn, not to continue in that same way, but you've turned. So as I've turned, as I allow them to turn, I'm able to forgive them, just as the book says that he will forgive us.
Yeah.
If we return to him and seek him with our whole heart, he will forgive us.
That's right.
All right. And the fact that we have the second Adam, that takes us back to the beginning. We take us back to the beginning as if nothing ever happened. Our trespass off, our actual trespass off.
So
here it is. We're able. We do that for them because the book says, the Messiah said, if you don't forgive others,
that part,
the Father can't forgive you.
And
so
that
in that same way, our children, if I can't forgive my child, then I can't be forgiven.
Come on.
So I'm not going. I love my children, but not enough for my own soul salvation.
Come on, that's it.
Understand?
That's it. So that's when y'all pray for us.
That's right. And that's the next thing. Pray for them. That's and that is straight out of the Brenda Molazone textbook.
Yeah.
Pray for them. It ain't even pray for them. It's pray for them.
So you heard that all your days.
Put that all my days. Pray for them.
Yeah, pray for them. All one word. Pray for them.
Yeah.
Somebody try to spell it.
Right. Somebody try to spell pray for them in the chat.
Yeah. Not pray for them.
Oh, Shanna said her daughter opened up what she needed. That's huge.
Open up what she
needed. And that's even what we do to the Father as well. When we come to him, we're able to be free. And in our after we've repented and we made it right. And even that part of the relationship, it brings us closer. But that is huge in our human experience with one another.
Right. Check this. April just said, I have a hard time with punishment due to trying to make up for the past. Yeah, as a parent, we have made mistakes. I've told my daughters, I've shared with my daughters about there were some things that my parents didn't share with me that I had to discover, right? And I told them also that there will be some things that mom and daddy didn't cover that they will have to discover. Right. But sometimes we can hang that over our heads. We can hang it over your head. Well, see, you did this, or see, you did that, or you could have been better here, or you could have been better there, or whatever. As a parent, release yourself from it because the standard still remains.
That's it. Yeah.
The standard still remains.
Absolutely.
And if this is a new norm, then be consistent in the new norm.
Yes.
Yeah. She says, so how I deal with myself. How do I deal with myself on that? I just went into that.
You gave the answer. Angela, do you have anything to add with that as a parent? What?
Hold on, let me say that last part.
Okay.
It tends to allow the kids to take advantage. That's true.
Why you have to say when Mama was getting ready to ask me to?
I'm serious. I needed you to hear that about the taking advantage.
Yeah, but that's huge, April, because sometimes we can feel like, if I'm too soft, then they're gonna run me over, right? I don't want to be that pushover parent.
Yeah.
But talk about that, Angela. Do you have anything on that you think?
I think what I would say, like for
what
instance,
can she do as a parent?
Yeah, for instance, like with the situation where we, we're at our gate in our lawn, okay, inside it, okay, on the inside of the gate.
She rubbing that
and
in.
they.
Let the people know that there was a key. Let her know that there was a key that y'all could get out if you needed to.
Yeah, we could get out if we needed to.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We weren't trying to go out there with them. And it was like 10 o'clock at night.
That part, thank you. That part.
Nobody was trying to sneak out. But Daddy was like, hammer. But
anyway, back to the
question.
Yeah,
but anyway, I think in those moments, and we try to explain ourselves too, so I think when, or I feel rather, when you punish them and you're trying to make up for the past, instead of just thinking so much, of the past, think of the now and ask them, so what do you want from this? What will help this be, an even balance for the both of us, to where we both get what we want, Because honestly, whenever you are even dealing with a friend, you know, a lot of times we start friendships based off of, you know, the similarities or like both people getting what they want out of the relationship. Same thing with marriages, you know. So as your child, you know, you want that child wants something out of it too. You know, you don't want to feel like, you know, you're confined to something, but then at the same time, you know, you don't want it to be vague where they're just like, you know, listening to you and it sounds like, oh, she's just not going to get on my case anymore, you know, and that's just it. Anything I do now, you know, she says she's not going to, you know, react that way. No, I'm going to react this way if I notice it a second time, a third time, or something like that, right? You know, so
see a pattern,
right? You know, so remember, y'all are able to actually fall back on that conversation that you guys, you know, had when the punishment was being talked about, you know, so that they can know what to expect next time. But then also let them get something to benefit from it. Like, okay, matter of fact, you can hang out with them, like for our situation, for instance. Matter of fact, if you want to go out at the gate next time, you know, just do it when the before the street lights come on, and y'all can chat with them at the gate, you know. But after that, I'm expecting you to be inside of the house, not just inside the gate, but also
so the
inside the
parameters
house.
are still there.
Yes, you know. So it's not like, you know,
just willy-nilly.
The parent is being a pushover, you know. And so, because yes, definitely as children, we can definitely be, you know, creative
and I think
find loopholes.
You know, we're talking about age differences too. So that was when you guys were growing.
Yeah, you were younger.
Right, you were younger.
Right.
But you know, so it depends on the age.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Totally depends on the age.
Yeah. And so if they're older, of course, then you know, you have those conversations.
Right.
Early on. Now you can make contracts. We had a cell phone contract. And we actually made some adjustments with the latter three, whatnot, with the cell phones.
So unfair.
Just
unfair.
No, how was that unfair? You were able to keep your phone after 10.
Oh,
so I
thought it was adjusted.
No, so the thing was, we actually had, you know, the last three. We finally, you know, were like, you know what, the children should not have their phones in their room
after
10, right? And so with the older two, and you know, and three,
they
could keep their phones.
We just couldn't call or text message.
And because you know, we'll look at that level of trust, because we were like,
I removed
print that bill and
I removed the temptation.
That was
10 p.m. That was
10:01.
Yeah,
we gave you that 10, but that 01 had that was the problem. But yeah, so we, you know, after the older, you know, two, you know, and the older three, you know, got out of the way, so to speak, then the last three, Eric had this wonderful idea of buying a docking station for the phones. And so the requirement was, you know, the phones must come down here at 10.
Right.
And so that's something that y'all didn't have to experience that. But that was something that is actually, you know, it still helped our relationships because they still understood boundaries. And as a parent, I will say, April, we still have the responsibility to even as they're growing, because that rule still applies, and that guideline, however you want to say it still applies even until they're 18.
Yes.
So
hands down, that's the lick. So the next thing in our, I had something I was going to share, but it'll come out later.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the next thing
we said
was
pray for them. We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that. But the next thing is when you choose to use the power of your voice. Now, Carter, if you are one who subscribes to the scriptures, you know that we have the power of life and death is in our tongue. So even though you might be seeing what you're not expecting to see, begin to speak blessings over them.
Absolutely.
We're not saying for them to be blessed in their foolishness and folly.
Right.
No, because that would be counterproductive. Matter of fact, if you read that book from cover to cover, that doesn't happen. You can't pray for something and you got to come out of your situation in order for certain things to be bestowed upon you.
Absolutely.
It's there for you, right? It's there for you. Success is there for everybody. Everybody get the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
But it's what you do with that 24 hours that's going to determine whether or not you achieve that success.
Yes.
Hands down. So in that same way, when we are blessing you, or when you're blessing your children, speaking a blessing over your children, you're using that authority that you have that has been given to you according to your faith, or according to the power that works within you to cause those things to come to pass. And it takes patience. I would add that too. Allow patience.
Surely.
Oh, that's what I was going to say about the patterns. That if you know, as far as forgiving, you forgive, and if you see patterns, then you come back. Allow patience. Allow some time. You don't want somebody over breathing down your neck, you know, every time you. No, just sit back.
And what if I'm trying to make it right? So
yeah, you trying to make it right, and I know it's you know, it's stepping stones.
Yeah.
So don't jump just because the first time they make another mistake. No. Just sit back.
Right.
Just sit back and lovingly caress and redirect. You know, you don't have to put it in your face. Remember when you did something?
And we, you know, one of the things that we did as well is we told our children, you know, you're better than that.
Oh yeah, that was another
we
thing.
Told them, you know, this is not you. This behavior is not you. Now, we always made sure that we separated the behavior from the child.
Yeah, you're right.
And so they didn't kick back when they were given that. You know,
and this was from the time they were little and able to talk and understand. Matter of fact, we didn't even speak babble to them. We talked to them as because they're human. We didn't no.
Yeah.
We talked to them, and in correction, we are talking to them. There was not a situation where we, you know, glazing over what needs to be said. No. 2 years old, you're doing something, instead of saying no, because people say, you know, they're in their terrible twos and they're saying no. That's because you saying no all the time. You're always telling them no.
Right.
You're not talking to them. We don't do that because this. You say this is a baby. They don't understand. How they ever gonna understand if you don't expose them to it?
Absolutely.
So hands down, taking that time and like you said, speaking over. It's not just saying, Father, Father God, Father, do this, Father God, Father God 15 times before you, and it ain't said but 2 sentences of what you were saying. No, it's literally speaking. If your father said, let there be light, it wasn't no extra stuff in that. He just said it. Right? And you go from cover to cover in that book. He said, say this unto the children of Israel. And he said this, that, and the other. And if you don't do this and this, that, and the other, then this right here is going to happen. Absolutely. And then this is going to happen. And he gave them plenty of time to get, he would warn them before the hammer came down. The mistake I made is the hammer came down at first sight. What did he say in
the mistake he made?
Okay.
Anyway,
y'all.
But listen,
look, it's an hour. We had an hour.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We're already at the hour. This was again a pleasure, Angela. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah.
We are, of course, you know, hopefully this was helpful. Thank you for your comments, everybody. And listen, we're all in this together and we're learning from one another. But keep in mind, this is powerful. Let's turn and tune into our relationship with our children. We love you too, Tina. Good to see you.
Too,
and
April.
You're welcome, April. Love you. Well, so that's it. That's all we got.
That's all we got. Again, listen, go on to ericandelaine.com.
Thank you,
and get purchase your merch.
Yes.
You know, if you want to donate, again, we got it at the bottom. If you want to support couples getting the coaching that they need to develop and maintain healthy relationships so we can develop this positive relationship culture in our community, do so.
Yes.
Do so. Go on there. Get you some t-shirts. Again, remember that t-shirt, it ain't excluding nobody's relationship.
Right.
Understand? It's recognizing some of the things that are going on in this community.
Yes.
Also, like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your friends and family.
Mama,
Auntie, yeah, Uncle Nim,
Everybody.
Peebo Nim,
Yeah.
Peanut, and
Thank y'all for tuning
all
in
them
because
Tay
these two
Tay.
gonna go on.
Tay
But good
Tay.
night, everybody.
Good night,
Peace
y'all.
and multiply.
Thank you.
Peace and multiply.
Thank you, Colin.
Yes.
Tifa, April, Tina. Later, y'all.